Well, y'all, we're going to make some of Granny's biscuits today. I'm going to start out with 2 cups of flour. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of baking powder. I don't know what I did with my measuring spoons. Here they are. That's 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And we need 5 tablespoons of cubed, chopped up cold butter. And I had already measured it, I think. And that's 5 right there, because I ended up cutting from the wrong end of the stick before. I don't know why they want it cold, because it's not going to stay cold. It's sticking to my knife. I guess it's just easier to work it in if it's cut up a little bit, since it is cold. Because, I mean, you got to work it in anyway, so it's going to get all squished up. Oh. I need my dough thing. I never remember what drawer it's in. Go ahead and get this worked in. And you can use your fingers. I know most people use their fingers for this. I know my grandmother always did. But you got to get that butter worked in just as good as you can. It's supposed to resemble cornmeal almost when you get it all worked in. Now, some people just use Crisco, lard, whatever. I just put butter in mine. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Continue mixing that up. So it kind of resembles cornmeal right now, because I got all that butter mixed up in there real good. Now we're going to add 2/3 cup buttermilk, or just regular milk. It's up to you. And remember, I've got my oven preheating to 450. These dough hooks come in real good when you're mixing it like this. It saves your fingers. Now, get this off of the hook with a little dough pastry thing. I'm going to try to form it into a ball here. I'm going to put it out on my oops, I forgot what roll that was in. My pastry mat. You know, I don't have room to leave all this stuff out on the counter all the time. I have to put it up put it back on the counter as I use it. Hopefully I won't have to add any flour. I'm going to knead it just a little bit, not much. Just supposed to do it for about 30 seconds. And then we're gonna, I knew I'd forget something. I forgot to get my rolling pin, y'all. Can't roll out biscuits without a rolling pin. And we will need just a little bit of flour for this, so it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. Not much. Now we're just going to roll it out to about 3/4 of an inch, I believe it is. Don't remember. And we've got to ungrease, and I'm using a pizza sheet. And I'm using a glass that's about 2.5 inches, because that's the size of our biscuits. Just place them on the sheet. Now, my grandmother never cut her biscuits out. She just rolled them in her hands. My mom always cut them out like this. But I guess you got enough butter in there that you don't need to add butter to the pan. Because it's saying to use a ungreased pan. But I don't like the way that one was. Put that all roll back up. Get me a couple more biscuits. I probably should have left them a little bit thicker. But you can make them the size you want them. It's totally up to you. Don't want to overdo your dough. Well, I got more biscuits than I thought. But let's see if I can squeeze another one in here. Or maybe another 2. Could probably get 2 right there. Now you want about 2 tablespoons of butter that you want to melt, because what we're going to do with that is brush the top of the biscuits as soon as they come out of the as soon as they come out of the oven. And I'm just going to roll this one in my hand. And put that right there. And it came out same size as the rest of them. Now we're going to put these in the oven at 450 degrees. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't even get to see my biscuits when I was putting them in the pan. But it made a whole pan of biscuits that were cut with a 2.5 inch glass cutter. And I use a drinking glass. So we're just going to put these in the oven. Preheated oven for 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to set the timer for not quite 15 minutes and try that. And we'll come back. When my timer goes off, we'll come back. Well, y'all, my timer went off. I don't know if they've been in there long enough, because you're supposed to leave them in there till they get nice and brown. Let's see how brown they are. I might let them stay in there a couple more minutes. And what I did was I took my bowl with my little 2 tablespoons of butter, and I put it right up to the back of my stove where the heat from the oven comes out, and I melted my butter. That is a great way to melt it. Because, you know, that was a stick of butter and it was hard. Let me see. I don't know what I did with my little base, but here it is. I got 2 drawers that I keep this stuff in, and I never know from one time to the next that I'm baking which drawer I put what in. Because I've only got 4 drawers here. I got one for silverware, one for knives, one for my dough mat, odds and ends, and the other one is for miscellaneous stuff that I have to use in the kitchen. So you only got 4 little drawers, and they're only this wide, you know, that deep, so they don't hold much. I'm going to go ahead and turn these off. I think they're brown enough. And they look pretty much like my mom's biscuits. About the size of the ones my mom used to make. And she always cut them out with a glass. Just dab your butter on top. Most of the time people like the biscuits a little bigger. But, you know, this is the size of the biscuits my mom always made. And she'd make a whole great big pan full. And that 2 tablespoons of butter was just about enough to go on all of these biscuit tops. got butter everywhere. Splattered it around. But they're too hot to bust open, or I would. I mean, I love to open them when they're really hot. Put some butter and a little bit of jelly on them. Oh, I could just sit down and make a meal out of hot biscuits like that. But if I could pull one open, look at there. Look how flaky. Woo, it's hot. Let me bring you down here and give you a close-up. If I can keep this tripod from messing up. But see, that biscuit, you can just pull it open. Put your butter or your jelly in there. Oh my God, that is some good eating right there, y'all. Make you a pan of these Granny's biscuits. So easy. Granny's biscuits, y'all, they are really good. Try them. I think you'll love them.